Today we're going to talk about the difference in a food intolerance versus a food allergy. And almost all of this information is from the American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. So I am going to put the link in the show notes so that you can read the entire article if this really interests you. But let me just kind of go through and summarize what they were saying. So some of the symptoms of a food intolerance and a food allergy are similar. But the real difference between the two is that eating a food that you're intolerant to can really leave you feeling miserable. But if it's a true food allergy, the body's reaction could be life-threatening. So that's a really important distinction that I want to make sure we know between a food intolerance and an allergy. So for example, I'm actually intolerant to rye. It causes inflammation in my body, but I have friends who are extremely allergic to nuts, so much so that it could be life-threatening. So a food allergic reaction involves the immune system. I'm not sure we all knew that. And the immune system controls how the body defends itself. And if you have an allergy, let's say to cow's milk, the immune system identifies cow's milk as an invader or an allergen. And your immune system overreacts by producing antibodies, and these antibodies travel to the cells, release chemicals, and that's what causes the allergic reaction. For a food intolerance, the response takes place mostly in the digestive system. I think sometimes we see it come out in the skin, but it's definitely starting in the digestive system. And it really occurs when we're not properly able to break down the food. And this could be an enzyme deficiency. A lot of us do have an enzyme deficiency. It could be a food additive. Like it seemed for a while that I was probably reactive to white bread, but I think I was actually reactive to the pesticides that go on to our wheat. And so I don't think it was white bread. When I go to Europe, I can eat bread all day long and not have any reactions. And when I go out and have a sandwich here at a very popular sandwich shop, I have to take a nap. Like it has a very big effect on me. So sometimes, even if we're intolerant to something, we can have a small amount and we're not really noticing any problems. It could be causing inflammation, but in our country, we think it's normal to have pain. And so maybe we don't even notice. Maybe we're just a little bit achy. There is some good news here when we're talking about an intolerance. We can start by adding some digestive enzymes to our meals to help the body break down that food. And we can even add probiotics to our daily habits so that we can start to heal the gut. And then maybe those food intolerances actually do go away when we get our digestive system back on track. So if you feel like food is really the culprit for several of your health issues or one health issue that's really bothering you, I do highly recommend seeing a naturopath that specializes in food sensitivities and intolerances. They can do a test, see which ones you're sensitive to, see which ones you're intolerant to, and they'll have a scale. I have like a green, yellow, red, and even within that, a hierarchy of scales. And they can help you kind of cut out foods and then slowly heal your gut and then slowly add those foods back in to see if you're still having that reaction to the body. If you want to try things on your own, I highly recommend taking 1 to 2 digestive enzymes with every meal and up to 3 if you're eating something that you know usually causes you discomfort. I, of course, always recommend a quality probiotic. doTERRA's is amazing. And then for the occasional tummy issues, I recommend Digestin, and you can just roll that over your belly whenever you're having like a little upset stomach. I'll include a link to all of those in the show notes. Please reach out with any questions, subscribe or follow, and I will see you next time.